aware that.
Yo,
Okay.
what's up, gamers?
What is up, gamers? Welcome to
Sandy
the
Triathlon.
Centurion Triathlon relay race.
So true,
Okay.
Drum.
So, we're like 10 minutes behind, so we're just gonna count down like literally right now.
So based. Can't wait. So let's try and be as unbiased as possible, because obviously I'm on Deku's team and you're on Dawn's team, so we're both gonna want to see our respective runner teams do well here, but...
I didn't even think about whose team I was on. But yeah, we are going to be next in this actually, we're going to be playing right afterwards. Let's hope they all start properly.
Hoping they all turn the dick claws off as well. If they didn't, Tommy might actually not. He's known to be- no, he has done. He is known to play with the dick claws on before. Dawn's gonna get some breakfast. Give him a minute.
Oh, okay, he started now.
There we go. This is really bad first set for both Tommy and Deku actually right now. Tommy's gonna come out with a 24, but Deku unfortunately missing the free piece. Gonna have to go down and get a 33 it would look like. Definitely not what you wanted to see. Something's happened with Dawn. What's up? Are we doing a reset?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. No one went somewhere and didn't tell us.
Oh, that's fair enough, yeah. They didn't look like good sets anyway, so I'm sure our runners aren't gonna be too mad about that. So yeah, Wild Canyon first, there's not a whole lot of RNG variance you see in this stage. A lot of sets seem to tend to like dance around the 20-second mark. You can get some really good sets, some really bad sets, but overall it's a pretty average stage. Let's see if our runners get anything really good here. We starting again?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think... I'm not sure what Dawn's doing.
John, what's your favorite season of Love Live?
I have no idea.
Understandable.
They should be going again now.
Awesome. Who's gonna
Fingers crossed.
My money's on Deku, let's go. Yo, I win!
Okay, only 13 minutes behind. Easy, they'll just get 3 world records right here.
Yeah. Wild King Order gets broken 3 times in a row. Be really funny.
So yeah, the basic thing about this is the 2 adventure games have treasure hunting gameplay. Technically, 06 does as well with Rouge, except the pieces aren't random, and they're just kind of a mini part of Shadow's levels. But in SAEM and SA2, it's like this crazy alternate dimension that's just secretly like the greatest speedrunning concept in the world.
So true.
Yeah, and we have cool categories across the 2 games that are beating all of the stages 20 times, or in Rouge's case, it's 25 times because there's only 4 Rouge stages. And then you can put them all together into a Centurion. So we've got Knuckles Centurion in SA2, Rouge Centurion in SA2, and Knuckles Centurion in SA1. And we're going to be doing all 3 Centurions right here as a relay race. So it'll be a total of 9 different runners across 3 different teams. And so we're going to add up everyone's time at the end of it and see which team won. And starting off, we've got Wild Canyon, which is a very short level, I like how short the SAEM levels are, because SAEM is so short. The SAEM Senti is about twice as fast as the SA2 Senti. Also, between all of the levels, there's about 20 seconds of downtime just to get between the levels where you're just like mashing A and whatever. In SAEM, that downtime is like 2 seconds, because you're in mission mode while you're doing it. Wild Canyon is a very, very, very tough stage. Cryptic is the best in the business at it. Also his internet is really bad right now, so he's actually just going to be dipping in and out whenever his internet allows, and I'll just be here as good as I can be. You'll see the timers people are using as well. It's a loadless timer. We don't use RTA anymore, so while it loads and while it saves, you won't see it advancing, so it's just fairer for everyone. So we just kind of get to choose, like, pick a person, look at what sets they get. Wild Canyon is so fast, there's always going to be someone collecting a piece or a free piece.
Alright, my apologies, my internet is kind of being funny today, so occasionally I might dip out, but I'm fine now, let's go.
Let's go.
What did I miss?
Just some gaming. And then so, just also on the layout, you can see that Deku is now on split Wild Canyon 5, Dawn and Tommy are in Wild Canyon 4. So Deku is just a little bit ahead, you can infer from that. Obviously, because each level is the same for 20 times in a row. So Deku has been having a pretty good set of pieces so far, and gets a really good piece 1 right at the front of here, right by a hint. Not choosing to wait for the hint, because there's a delay on all of the hints. That one you only have to wait there for perhaps a second, but he's choosing to run anyway, and it's proven to be a good decision. Because he gets a free third piece. So contrary to SADX, where all 3 pieces have an active radar, in SA2 only your current piece has an active radar. So if you've got all 3 pieces left, it's only the first one that has an active radar. The second and third, they still exist, but you have to look for them if you want to get them out of order without the aid of the radar. Another difference is there's a million more pieces. There's as many pieces in one SA2 stage as there are in the entirety of SADX.
Alright, I think I'm back. This does not bode well. Can we get some backup comms just in case this happens? Because if this happens again within like another 2 seconds, then there's no way I'm gonna be able to do comms.
We might be able to get a cheeky seafood commentary.
We might be able to.
We'll see. So Dawn getting a free piece here. This is a free piece that you don't really want to see because it's slow, but at least you can get it out of order. You're able to see it right at spawn because the head kind of thing that it's in just has a smaller draw distance than the piece. Deku getting another free piece and getting a piece 1 really close by. I presume it's near the 6 pillars, except it's one that he didn't think it would be, and so got caught up.
Yeah, it happens
Still
to
having a
all
lot
of
of trouble.
The wind is really hard to break out of in Wild Canyon, notoriously.
Yeah, there's nothing like it in the game as well. Like the wind is just so unique. It's definitely the most challenging part to Radical Highway. Wait.
It's not even close to the stage!
Yeah.
Radical Highway just got the biggest update ever, guys.
I think I made some kind of connection of Cryptic says it's the best stage, Devu says Radical Highway is the best stage.
Let's go. Oh, that's a really good set for Deku. It's gonna pull
that's
off
really good.
17 here, I think. 16 actually. Low 60 in gaming.
Yeah, even with the awful piece 2. Armored Call now for Dawn. There's 2 of these, but they're in the same place. So again, so the SA2 hunting is a lot more complex than SADX by like quite a significant margin. It's still very fun. SADX is, but it's just completely different. In SA2, because of how many pieces there are, and the fact that there's no to call, each piece has hints, and so typically the way you play these stages is you read the first hint, and then just by that you know where the piece is. Except in many cases, hints correspond to multiple pieces. For example, suspended ceiling here. If this was a piece 1, this could be in 2 places, except they're both right next to each other. But there's many cases where they're on perhaps the other side of the map, and you've got to use your brain a bit more, or just hope to get lucky.
That was an absolutely awful set for Deku as well. Going down to check the mid piece 3 there, did not get one, had to go all the way to suspended ceiling, only to get owned by Scary Eyes.
Yeah, 32 is awful. You're not going to see many more worse times than that here.
Meanwhile, both of the other runners getting a clean sub 20 as well. So
Deku's still with the slight lead. It's very slight, it's only about 10 seconds.
Yeah, and as you say that, Dawn getting the best piece 1 in the stage, in my opinion. Not really that many bad sets with those.
Ooh, and a free piece 3.
Yeah, and there goes my internet. Awesome.
The golden path for Deku, kind of a rare piece. Knows which side it's on. It's in a trail of rings, and when you go down from the top to the bottom of Wild Canyon, you can definitely be forgiven for just having your bearings completely lost. But he knew exactly what he was doing. Dawn resetting a pair of earrings. The piece isn't too far away, but it generally gives really poor sets. Because another difference between SA2 and SADX is for SADX there's no such thing as kind of an algorithm. For each piece, there is a definite. This is a piece 1. This is a piece 2. This is a piece 3. But there's no if statements going around here. There's not if you have this piece, then you can't have this other piece because it's too close. It's just a free for all. But in SA2, if you get any piece 1, then your piece 2 by design is far away from it, and then your piece 3 by design is far away from the line between the piece 1 and the piece 2.
On the spiral tile, Dawn is gonna go for the check. Let's go.
Ooh.
Shots at Dawn. Not getting it though. Funny piece that it's probably gonna be behind a face. Wild Canyon track, it's either that or behind a face. You love to see it with this combo. It's gonna come out with a sub 20. Maybe it's gonna be close. Just barely a sub 20. Let's go, Dawn. Also a sub 20 for Deku as well, beating Dawn out by just a couple of frames there actually, so it's gonna keep that lead.
And we're over halfway through already. The stage is really short. It's definitely the shortest stage we'll see in SA2 today.
So it looks like Tommy has a small deficit now of pretty much a loading screen. Both of the runners loading in as Tommy loads out of split 13 here, or split 12 I should say. And Deku is, you know, they're both pretty much at the same point, except Deku's got a slightly better set here. He does miss the free piece. That's an unfortunate time loss. And Dawn is, with a really nice clip, is going to go straight to the piece slope, even the slope boost to get closer to it. That was really well executed by Dawn.
Only a 24 for his troubles, but yeah, that was very good.
What's Tommy's piece 3 going to be? We're looking forward to something closer here. Center of the F is definitely not what he wanted to see. That's a huge hit there.
Yeah, he's definitely getting quite rolled.
That's owned. Meanwhile, Dawn with big room and a good piece 1.
Deku getting a horrific set. He got the far sandy path, the worst piece 1 you can get, followed by foot of a pillar, the worst piece 2 you can get. Fortunately, he saw his piece 3. It was pillar with no treasure, and so was able to salvage it a tiny bit. Still gets a very poor 28. So Dawn is now in the lead. Oh wow, Tommy had a piece 3 right next to his piece 1. Brilliant.
Gaming.
That piece moves and it has a giant like flight path that it takes. It goes around the entire top, and so there's situations where you can get pieces that are right next to it because where the game like takes for that piece when it is doing the algorithm to see like, oh, what pieces can spawn, it's right in the middle of the room. So like in the middle of this entire room, that's where it is at the same height it normally goes at. And so yeah, you're able to get it next to pieces that, you know, really you would think it shouldn't be able to.
Tommy with a free piece into a nice piece 1 here. Looking at a good combo. Piece 2's probably far into Sandy. It's actually behind the face. Wow, that's good. Right there.
Okay, Dawn's still in the lead. And getting a great piece 1, you always love to see this piece 1. Swirling Arrow, really good piece 2. Has it, wow, an excellent set.
Let's go! He saw the free piece, and he's gonna go
and
for the
pillar
clip. He's straight in the bottom room. A little bit of confusion getting to the piece that's still a 19 with really good execution though.
Dawn is playing so well. He's not getting the greatest times. About 20 is average. So if you start getting like a 21 or something, you think, okay, I kind of didn't get great RNG. Dawn is getting like above or equal to like 21, and he's just playing amazingly.
Tommy with a free piece spot though, that's actually a really hard piece to see from coming up the wind tunnel there. You have to very deliberately check for that. Let's see it. But you know, that's just another good set for Dawn, and you really got to think that it's going to take kind of a lot for these runners to come back at this point in this Wild Canyon segment. Dawn has had some really nice RNG and played really solidly throughout the whole thing.
He definitely deserves to be in the lead. Deku not getting a very good set. He did get Center of the 8th Pillar, which is a very poor piece 3. He did get it as a 3-piece, but did then struggle to collect it because of how high it is.
That's a really unfortunate set for Tommy. He's not going to get a piece 3 either. Wow. That's
Oh,
probably going to
no.
look at, oh, that's gonna become like a 30-second set maybe.
Yeah,
It's
this
gotta
is
be,
as bad as it gets for Tommy.
yikes.
Oh.
Just another example of RNG owning the runners when they didn't really deserve it.
He'll get it back. On paper, Tommy is the higher ranked out of these 3 runners, and then Deku and Dawn are very close. But you know, it's overall in terms of this race, any order of first, second, third is very believable.
Yeah, it's definitely true to be fair. And Dawn's gonna go for the piece check in the mid. He's actually gonna go straight down. He saw his piece earlier.
Ooh.
Probably. That's a really nice spot from Dawn. But hold on for Deku. Is this gonna be on the left side? This is the D-Pro set for Deku. This is an 8-second set. Let's go.
Wow.
84.
Oh no, he's back in the lead.
That's insane. Saving almost 20 seconds on Dawn. Just the second best set in the stage. You love to see it. Wow.
Getting
and a
really good piece 1 again. So this piece he's got here. Oh!
Oh, Deku's just gonna run away with it at this point. There's no shot. This is a 14 seconds, a very low 14, followed after the D-Pro set. Dawn has some heavy lifting to do if he wants to catch up without RNG.
So in 2.5, that was a 12-13 Wild Canyon X20. That is really good.
Hang.
So yeah, moving on to Pumpkin Hill. First thing Deku was going to do was collect the upgrade, because he was doing the entirety of Wild Canyon without the dig upgrade. It's much slower when you have the dig upgrade. So he's going to collect it here, and the only repercussion here is that it's guaranteed that his piece 3 is going to require the dig upgrade. But that's just in this first Pumpkin Hill. In the remaining 19, that requirement is gone. And so on average, he's going to lose actually about 5 seconds in this split, just as a complete average. But you gain so much more time in Wild Canyon not having the dig upgrade that it's a no-brainer.
He's gonna go to check Pumpkin first. It's an interesting choice considering his piece 1 wasn't Pumpkin. I don't know if it would have pinged from the rocket actually. I've never tried that, so he's gonna go straight over to Church, and it is on Church luckily. Dang.
Yeah, it's perhaps showcasing, you know, what I just said, like it is a bit slower on average. A 44 with the dig upgrade already is a very poor time. You'd hope to be seeing a lot of 35s, maybe close to 30s. Pumpkin Hill's been pushed quite a lot by Tommy and Cryptic and even Chain Chomp, who isn't particularly well known for his hunting, but made us all aware that he's very good at it with his exploits in Pumpkin Hill.
Yeah, changeup coming out the left field of I believe is 1722 Pumpkin Hill X20 RTA, which is insanely. It was actually world record at the time. It's insanely good.
Chain Chomp, you may have heard of him. He's the #1 IL player.
Excuse me, Tommy? He just dug Side-Eye Pumpkin out of nowhere and got the piece. I don't know if that set's confirmed or not. I don't remember that set for sure. And Dawn just goes straight to a piece as well, out of nowhere, getting on the dangerous material. So those are both some really good sets here.
Wow. So Deku with a whole stage lead over Tommy, so that's about 1 minute. Dawn, perhaps only 5 seconds behind Deku.
Yeah, this is really close at this point, actually. I wonder, you know, we have 3 chances to see Cold Iron Bars here, so we're gonna see 60 Pumpkin Hills, and the chance to get Cold Iron Bars is 7 out of 1,024. So, you know, it's unlikely still, but we could see it happen.
Well, Deku falling down from getting a hint there. There's a lot of hints in the stage, and there's a couple right at the top, but the camera also just is generally a bit funky in that graveyard area. It can just move sharply when you don't want it to, and so he did fall down.
It's really annoying. Actually curious
wanted to read the hint there, but just failing. It gets Angel's Ring. Oh, he probably could have seen this because, yeah, Angel's Ring. This would have been a free piece because he was over at Pumpkin. He could have turned the camera to have a look at this.
It's an unfortunate miss. It doesn't actually save the world if you get Angel's Ring Ollie, but it saves a lot. You have to go back to the Church Rocket anyway, most cases, but yeah, that would have saved a lot of time.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Opinions on this piece, one for Tommy.
I like it. I like those two because they're just right next to it. They're like right next to spawn.
I like the
really do
one on
much
the
harm.
left, but the one on the right has never been nice to me.
Sad. Ooh, Tommy getting. Oh my goodness, he had no rings and almost got hit.
Yeah.
That's
And creepy smile too. What?
a very rare piece. Tommy having a whale of a time at the moment.
That was a really nice wall run from Dawn, getting the hit. Unfortunately, it's one around in a circle, or getting the rocket as well. This is a huge time loss. That's a lot. Wow. I'm going to take the rocket
Ooh.
and then go across to Wonder is not what you wanted to do.
Yeah, so there's a few pieces actually that are very infamous in Pumpkin Hill. One of them is this one. It's called Wander Around in a Circle, and you just have to wait there until it spawns. There's another one that's also called Wander Around in a Circle, although it finishes with an ellipsis rather than a period, and so it shows that it's at a different spot, and it's even worse.
It's another piece check there. We're going to get on the dangerous material for Tommy. Sorry, on the way across. Let's see that. Wait a minute. Deku with the under the track stuff to tell us time though. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong. Never mind. I'm thinking of the wrong side. I think I'm thinking of very high up. This is probably going to be low in Pumpkin, like Flaming Emeralds. What?
It's a cool set.
It's a really funny set. And unfortunate for Dawn having to go all the way over to Pumpkin. Gonna take the rocket though, dude. We have a little bit of a shortcut there.
Yeah, so as we said in Wild Canyon, how the pieces can. Ooh, he's gonna be careful to not die here. Okay, yeah, how the hints don't necessarily connect to one piece; they can connect to multiple. In many cases, particularly in Pumpkin Hill, there's slight differences with the hint. So, for example, there is a floor and also a ceiling that ends with a period, a floor and also a ceiling that ends with a question mark. Same kind of thing for Three-Faced Ghost. There's two pieces called A Place Where You Can Hear the Horn, and another that just says A Place You Can Hear the Horn. And when you get good at the stage, you need to learn those differences. So, for example, Dawn had Where You Hear the Horn just then, and so he knew it wasn't the one that was on Ghost Train, because that doesn't have the word where.
Deku getting the set that I believe Tommy got a few splits back actually. It's a really funny set. On Patrol just seems to come out of nowhere, but it's a really good one too. Let's see it.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Not getting owned by Sad-Eyed Pumpkin. When you take the risk of checking the 50-50, you love to see that, because it's really annoying if you check the one and it's just not that one.
Okay, so Tommy has really caught up to Dawn. They're in the same result screen now, so it's about a 10-second advantage for Dawn over Tommy. Deku's still in the lead by, I think, 25 seconds at this point.
Yeah, it was loading in. Dawn loaded into the stage when Deku was at 24, so you're about right. That's a really good piece one though from Dawn. There's so many good sets for this piece.
And he
Looking for
checked
under the
Angel's Ring
tracks.
just then. Yeah.
We're gonna get under the tracks. We're not, but that's still a really good piece. If I recall correctly, this is. Is it? It's not dangerous material. It's kind of close by. That's it. Flattening grass, yeah. Aiming.
Flattened Grass is actually a funny piece because it's underground, as you'll be able to see here, but it doesn't have the flag to say it needs to be dug. So if you were to just get out of bounds, then you could just touch it and collect it. Whereas typically for dig pieces, you have to explicitly be in the dig animation to be able to collect the piece.
Hold on, Deku. Deku got Pathline with rings into place you can't jump. Is this Ghost Pumpkin's necklace? It is Ghost Pumpkin's necklace.
Ooh.
That is going to be a really good set for Deku, and that's going to strengthen his lead a lot more as well.
Mm-hmm. Runganiga's Gecko protected by a container. But he's seen... Wow!
What? No way!
I didn't realize you could check for that.
You can check for that. I didn't know that it was with this set though. It's pretty awesome.
And so that's another good set for Dawn. Making sure Deku doesn't get too far away.
Yeah, you can see that piece on the rocket if you take the rocket. It's like just chilling right there,
Ooh.
but...
Deku just missed a hint. So he's now just completely hoping it's on Pumpkin. Oh, it looks to be. It's probably Pumpkin Family. Okay,
Yeah.
he got lucky.
That movement is really hard to recover from. If you miss the hint so Deku actually had a really good recovery considering he missed the hint, and obviously luckily his piece was on Pumpkin, so... it's
Yeah,
not gonna hurt.
chances are it's on Pumpkin. And then you can just... Then from there, there's a decent chance you can just radar read. So he did get quite lucky though.
Yeah, this is perfect.
What's piece 3 gonna look like for Dawn? We're going into King of the Hill. No! It's so far away.
Yeah, this is another piece that's quite infamous. This is the most infamous in story runs because of course you need a dig piece in a story run. There's a piece 3, and the wonders around circle pieces are not dig pieces. King of the Hill is. It's very infamous. It's the single most common piece you can get in a story run, and it's very far away.
Yeah, it's like a 1 in 9 chance or something like that we calculated, which is really crazy.
Yeah, it's outrageous. Even the devs must have thought this is ridiculous. They played the
Probably.
game a bit.
Like, do you think they actually playtested this game? Let's be honest.
I mean, considering the Dreamcast version of the game, which is obviously the version this was originally released for, you can't hold up on it. You get controller drift, like just from holding up.
Yeah.
They probably did not test this game.
Oh, 3 against 3 from that Warren as well is a really nice piece to get to from here. You can just go straight across to it. Let's go. Dang. Okay, so Tommy getting the really good piece 1 into a really good piece 2. This piece 1 is just so good. Tombstone by some grass. This is probably gonna be super close. Actually, that could be... I don't trust this. Oh... Yeah, that piece can be in 2 places. Reading the hint does not tell you which one it is.
Yeah, that's perhaps the final infamous piece in Pumpkin Hill. When you do something bad, this might happen. There are 2 of them. They're on opposite sides of the map. You can actually get around this by playing in either Italian or Spanish, where the 2 hints are different. But we're all playing in English today.
Yeah, I love that fact. I don't know why. I guess like they just did a really poor job at making sure that the hints were the same.
They just did not check, basically, because in Italian, the reason it's different is because there's straight up just a yellow square in the hint.
Wait, really? I've never actually seen that.
Yeah, it's very weird. And then in Spanish, obviously, we discovered like it's about summer 2020 that the Spanish hints on PC for Pumpkin Hill are completely in ruins. So there's 98 pieces. The first 40 are all completely normal. The other 58 are the third hint of some other piece. And so you'll just collect your piece will be something such as, I don't know, 3 Brothers Tombstone, and it will just say something like from Pumpkin Mountain you can see like a mountain with a beard. And it's like, cool, what are you talking about?
Oh, there's a piece in Dry Lagoon, not to like stray off topic too much, but there's a piece in Dry Lagoon that just doesn't have text at all. I thought that was really fun.
Dawn died.
Oh no.
What's
the piece for you gonna be? It's gonna be, that's a really bad piece for you to get on depth as well, because Dawn has to take the rocket again and then glide across. Definitely not what he was hoping to see.
Yeah, that's definitely not great for the Dawn fanbase. But I'll just finish up talking about Dry Lagoon. Yeah, there's this same issue in Spanish also exists in Dry Lagoon, but it's only for like 10 pieces or 9 pieces or something. But it does mean that one of them has a completely blank hint.
Wow, you know what? Dawn and Tommy are tied because they both got the A rank at like the exact same second. That's crazy. Oh no, Dawn is actually 1 second behind Tommy right now. Loading in a second, like literally with 1 second ahead on the load this timer. This is a really close race between them. We'll have to see. I would argue Dawn actually getting the better set so far though, until that moment. I don't know what he's gonna go to this rocket. That's actually a solid choice. It's not very easy to maneuver to King of the Hill from there.
Deku getting a good piece 3, good set overall.
Yeah, nice. It looks like Tommy's actually gonna, yeah, he's gonna solidify that lead. They're actually RTA tied right now. It's really funny.
No, Deku was one whole split ahead actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, Deku with about a 1 minute lead, and then the other two tied. Wow, that's really tied.
Yeah, I didn't even notice Deku at the time, actually. That's what I meant. They are like, wow.
Deku having a little bit of trouble with that piece. It is a slight hit place. Oh, Dawn having to dodge that enemy there. He had 0 rings. Gets a good piece too.
Definitely a better piece 2 than Tommy. Tommy having to go really far out for that piece, and then into Endless Journey piece 3 as well, which is pretty much the same place that Dawn has to go, but Dawn is way closer.
Yeah, I think Tommy's probably having the least amount of luck right now.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That's a really good grab though. Not even having to glide reset into it, just turning into the piece. That's hard because that piece hitbox is tiny. So if you don't do anything to extend your hitbox over it, you can just go straight for it pretty much.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even notice, but Dawn actually turns the camera at the start to check for dangerous material. I've never seen somebody do that. Half of the Ghost Train side-eyed pumpkin? On patrol, maybe? There's like 1 in 5 sets that has on patrol, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this one.
Dawn going for a 50-50 check. He gets it correct. And flattened grass.
Wow. That's like right next to the piece he was at. That's crazy.
Yeah, that could have gone much worse. Ooh, Deku. Looks like he's got Wander around in a circle. And not only that, he's missed the switch. So this is the worst of the two wander around in circles, and he puts on his sunglasses in disgust. And yeah, here's the piece. So that was quite poor. Deku fans don't want to see that.
Yeah, this is exactly what Dawn and Tommy needed right now. More wonders for Deku.
This is perfect.
I'm kind of struggling to get to the rocket here, but he's alright at the moment. He's gonna go to his piece 2, which is... this? Oh, Lonely Tombstone. Oh, right. This is a piece that exists. You don't like this piece. This piece sucks. Dang, speaking of pieces that suck, none of these runners are having good pieces right now. All these sets are really bad.
Yeah, I'd agree. Dawn able to get that piece without too much drama. Nose upstairs and downstairs with Deku. This is somewhat of a rare piece because it's quite centralized, quite quick to grab.
I found him.
Team soon buy some grass again for Dawn. We're seeing a lot of that piece for Dawn actually. Is this the 3rd or 4th time? I'm not sure. I think Tommy had it once.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I will reiterate, this is probably one of the best piece ones in the stage.
Under a chimney.
Yeah, this is, oh, and for Deku as well. I'm pretty sure this is dangerous material. No, that's very high up. I don't know what this is. Yeah, that's really good though. That's right underneath him.
Flaming Emerald, Dawn about to get a 31-second time.
Is this the one you do something bad set for Deku? There's Wander. What?
Oh no! Even more time loss.
Did I commentate his curse set by saying that this is that the other runners really needed Deku to get more wonders?
Oh
Sorry, Deku. Half of a
The
goose train.
games are still quite close to each other.
Yeah, this is
We've
perfect.
definitely, for a while, it's been like Deku and then Dawn and then Tommy with like no more than a 30-second gap.
Still gonna get flattened grass
Wow.
again? This is the same set you got previously. Flaming Emeralds is
Flaming
that's
Emerald.
honestly, that's still fine. That's a really good set still.
So, not too sure how his height is gonna fare. Oh, okay, it was fine. Oh, he had 0 rings.
Yeah, that's really risky.
Ooh. Okay, so Deku getting, you can see it but you can't take it. This is one of the worst pieces to grab, and he has 0 rings, so we're going to be interesting to see what he gets. He can, if he is risky and unlucky, die. So, not looking too good. Not looking too good. Okay, Deku, okay. So now, unfortunately, because he touched Omochao, which is very easy to do, he has to wait for Omochao to finish talking. But not just that, Omochao then still disables you. That specific one does miles after he's finished talking, except Deku was unfortunately so unoptimal there, it didn't matter, it didn't get to that point.
Alright, Dawn with Under the Tracks Piece 2 from Shady Place, 2 out of 3 chance to get Sad-Eyed Pumpkin. I would dig this. It's hard, not many people know about this set actually, so I'm not surprised Dawn didn't go to check it and does get the 2 out of 3 chance. It would have saved him a bit of time here. Saves you like 10 seconds, it's a crazy good check. Fun cryptic fact, please learn this set.
Okay, Deku entering the final Pumpkin Hill. Oh, double containers. This is also infamous. There's 3 of these, and it's on each different mountain. He's first checking Ghost Train. It was very advisable to reset this, actually. He might be kicking himself, but he gets it second try on Pumpkin. Wait, this is not Pumpkin. What is it? Church Mountain.
Wait, is this the first double containers we've seen yet? We're literally ending Pumpkin Hill, and there's 3. This is like, if you put all 3 pieces together, this is probably like a 1 in 10 chance to grab it.
Yeah, I've not seen it yet. There's how many? There's 34 piece 1s in total. 3 of them are double containers, so it's 1 in 11.
And Dawn actually got it as well.
Deku, this is the worst set he could have possibly hoped for. He is so going to be kicking himself for not resetting this.
Oh no. And Dawn actually getting a really nice piece 2 from a really nice piece 1 as well. Tommy is actually out
Tommy's
of
in the lead.
Hill. Tommy is an aquatic bite. When did that happen? Did you catch
27 second. He got Ghost Pumpkin's necklace to finish with. He might have got the set that's then also, you know, placed you can't jump or whatever.
And after being behind the whole race, Tommy has jumped into the lead by a whole load screen, it would seem.
Wow. And
that's
a brilliant piece 1 as well for him.
Yeah, this is going really well for Tommy at the moment.
Well, that turned around quickly.
But you know what?
Deku getting a brilliant set too.
Wow. But yeah, no, 2 pieces right on top, and there's really clean execution as well. He's going to go straight into... Oh, he dug into the wall. Maybe I spoke a little bit too soon, but that's
Brilliant.
a really, really good set.
So Aquatic Mine is a really fun stage. This is generally most people's favourite Knuckles stage, including Seafood, who is the restreamer. And there's just so much you can do. It's so high action. Unfortunately, there's quite there's a lot more variance. You can really get quite rolled in a lot of sets. It's like 40 seconds long or something. But then there's also sets that I think at the lowest range possible, it's like a 12-second time.
And you know what? Speaking of 12-second time, it's not gonna be that, but it's gonna be a really good set from Deku getting a... The Buffett spiral into the spring? Are you kidding me? That was so sick! Into jail window, what is this set?
I found him.
That's ridiculous on Deku's side. Let's go.
Oh, this is a race. And Tommy getting a good look of his own, getting a 22. Tommy actually hasn't played the game in like the past about 2 weeks, but before then he was grinding Aquatic Mine a lot.
You see Dawn's set now as well? You got 3 fans into other than Minecart into jail window. These sets are crazy. Even in another piece 1 from Tommy. And the fans as well, and the Deku's got a piece 1 in top. What are these pieces? This is like the best Aquatic Mines of all time.
We stay blessed in it.
You know, I have seen Dawn put months of effort into Aquatic Mine too.
Oh, Deku! If this was Tommy executing, Tommy would have got this piece.
What is going on? There's so many free pieces left, right, and center. Everyone's getting really good sets. Apart from Dawn, it would seem, actually. Did he just miss that? Wait, did I...
Am
I tripping? No. I think it was go back and forth on the tracks. Am I tripping?
Oh.
No, I'm tripping. It's fine. It's fine.
Yellow ping again for Deku. Get a brilliant piece 1. They don't stop coming. That's a good piece 2 as well.
You know, Dawn probably getting the worst set we've seen so far, and it was only a 34 as well, so honestly, this is really, really good for all runners.
Having to go to the ghost room now for Deku. Gets a piece that's just under here. This is actually in 2 places. You have under the flattened ground, that can be in the middle of the weight or just to the left of it, and it's really quite annoying. Because you either have to be like really precise to try and get in a position where you can dig both of them, or you have to just figure it out. Like,
Dawn,
moment's
what?
notice.
The top room into the free piece for Dawn, what is this? This is gonna be like a 22 maybe coming out of, and is that a free fans piece for Deku as well? In front of SAEM22 for Tommy? He's not gonna get the free piece, but this is still a really good piece, so every runner is getting good splits, every split.
Dawn really just got a 20 with Path to the Abyss, or whatever the piece 2 is called.
Entrance to the Abyss, yeah.
Entrance, yeah, that's crazy.
And a really sick snipe as well from Deku on that piece.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, Tommy though.
That's the worst piece we've seen so far. He has to go back up to the attic for this. You never want to see this.
Hey, one window and a roof for Dawn. See, what? That's not a set that exists? You can't convince me that that's a set that exists. What are these window sets? What? I've never once seen sealed window after this.
What? Deku! It doesn't stop. What is the piece 2 going to be?
It's
Probably
gotta
Ghost
be
Room?
It's gotta be.
Okay, yeah.
What?
This is the rarest piece in the stage.
This piece is 10 out of 10, 24. Talking Skull, unless you're talking like piece 1s after how many piece 1s spawn it. Because Talking Skulls is 6 out of 10, 24, which is funny to me because I feel like I see it way more than I see this piece.
Agreed.
Yeah, this is the second rarest piece in the stage. It's really, really hard to come across. That's a 27 from Tommy and a free piece for Deku. Deku, please.
Ooh. Okay, it does have to go to Ghost Room now. Generally, the worst thing you can do in Aquatic Mine is have to go to Ghost Room for your piece 2, because it just takes quite a while to get out. No! No! Tommy would have got this too!
What is going on for Deku? This is probably like the stupidest Aquatic Mine RNG I've ever seen. That's a free piece for Tommy as well, but Tommy hasn't had the best set so far, and Dawn getting a 42 to be honest, so...
Yeah, this is silly. Tommy getting a great piece 1, entrance to the minecart dumping area, generally regarded as a very good piece 1.
Alright. I'm trying to follow what's happening on screen, but the stages are going by so quickly since, you know, all these sets are pretty good looking, so...
It feels like it's going faster than Wild Canyon.
It probably is, to be honest. We saw a lot of really bad sets in Wild Canyon. That's Sealed Window Piece 2. The same set again. I've never seen this set once. And suddenly Dawn gets it twice. What? That's another combination as well. It was next to the skull last time. I'm really mad.
Oh, Deku! Oh, okay, he had dented ceiling. He went out of bounds for it. Really was quite struggling. I'm surprised he managed to make it. Because that's in 2 places, so you don't have to figure out which one it was. You can tell before you even click out which one it was, though.
Tommy with his piece 2, 9 seconds in, he's doing the switch level 2 strats. It's not going to pay out, though. He has to go hit the switch free. That's really unfortunate.
So yeah, with Aquatic Mine, in perhaps some of the only bit of linearity in a hunting stage, you always want to go to the top to hit the switch 3 to drain the water, except it's always with an asterisk. If you have like a very small amount of sets, then you can actually get away with not doing that. And Tommy is always willing to chance.
Oh my god, Deku. Coming out with a 24 as well on top of that. Sorry to interrupt your explanation. Wow.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, Tommy definitely plays for the pog as much as he can in the Aquatic Mine.
You know, Pop to the Abyss some Dawn, but I don't see this being higher than a 35 still if he gets a really clean clip out here. It might actually be sub 30 still. This is a really good set still, even with Pop to the Abyss.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces here that casually you need to change the water level for. That being one of them, you need to change the water level to number 1 so you can go and get that. But yeah, we can just clip out. We can collect every single piece at water height level 3. The only one that's kind of weird is minecart dumping area, but you can then clip back out. It's just very slow.
Yeah, minecart dumping area sucks. We're gonna really hope that none of our runners see it. But the way RNG is going, I honestly doubt it. But did you see that 18 from Deku?
I did not.
Just out of nowhere with the free pieces like that. And Dawn getting this after sign 2 as well. This can't be a bad combination, surely. Unless it's
What a
up in
window for
top.
Tommy. Green ping immediately. Did he not get a... I don't think he read a hint. He didn't. He just knew it.
Wow. Let's go, Tommy. Unexpected knowledge in the bagging area. Unexpected knowledge in the dumping area.
So what Tommy's trying to do is wall run up there to get up here. Wall runs you can use the signs for, because in this game, you can wall run on anything as long as you have sufficient speed. Then you can keep whatever gravity you have. That's just a universal rule. And with just like running, then you can jump onto the signs that say what the water level is, and then just punch, and you'll run onto the wall. And if you keep punching, you'll stay on the wall. And Tommy was just trying to do that, but unfortunately failed, and so had to bail.
It's not looking too good for
Paris
Dawn.
Bull's wearing ties. This is what Crypty just alluded to as the rarest piece. Well, one of the two like rarest pieces. So he's at what level 2? Tommy is successfully doing the no switch 3 strat and gets a 19.
This is a strat that you will only really see Tommy go for, and honestly, it's not as risky as people think it would be. It's just that if you get specific piece freeze, it really messes with your run, and you love to see it pay off because it's so sick. Green pings for both Dawn and Tommy. A free piece as well behind 2 heads. What?
Yep. So that's a really cool free piece because it's another situation where the object the piece is in is not loaded. It has a smaller draw distance than the piece does, and so you can see it. And so that will save a lot of time. If Dawn didn't do that, that would have lost a lot. So there's a lot of free piece checks that people do at the start that, you know, it's actually a lot of free pieces. You could save a lot of time if you didn't do them, but they're just so worth it, even in a story.
And a 21 and a 24 on the screen. Who's even ahead? I haven't kept track of that in ages. It keeps going back and forth with all this RNG. It's crazy.
It is Deku by 1 aquatic mine, and then Dawn is actually behind an entire aquatic mine by Tommy. So Deku's RNG at the start has really powered him here, so he's got a strong lead, and then Tommy as well got about
Hello, Tommy.
second lead. What is this?
Tommy, you're cheating. Tommy, turn off cheat engine, dude. He's coming in with the 2024 as well, on top of everything else that's already happened. Unbelievable.
It's a good piece one for Deku corner of the tracks. You like to see this. Gonna go straight to the ghost room. Oh, it's a horrible piece too. Does manage a successful wall runs all the way up though. You love to see that.
It's actually really hard to chain those, so congrats to Deku.
Piece 3 immediate. Go back and forth!
What? No! Deku's really gonna get a habit of checking this piece, I'm telling you.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Right, you know what though? Tommy's on his piece 3 and it's already pinging. This is another really good set from Tommy. Surely he's not gonna get any higher than a 27 with this.
I think we all need to do some aquatic mine X20s right now. It's the table's hot.
Yeah. I think each of these runners should buy a lottery ticket tonight, to be honest.
Something other than minecart. Very good piece one again for Deku right at this bottom area. Gonna run to ghost room again. Okay, no. Tells me wrong. But it wasn't ghost. Does the spiral again. That looks so cool.
The way he buffers it as well, so he doesn't actually have to do the spiral inputs, he just runs into the spring.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Because you want to punch there anyway, so yeah, you can buffer a spiral in this game. While you punch, your controls are locked just momentarily for like the first half of your punch. And so you can do an entire spin during that moment to then buffer a spiral, and so then just you activate it whenever you want, just by pressing B. It's a really cool, like high-level hunting technique.
This is perfect.
Yeah, I've never actually seen someone do that before, so I've learned something from watching this. Thanks, Deku. Let's go.
So Dawn getting quite a poor piece too, but it was after a free piece 3, and so it gets a 26. Still a good time.
It's closer to the left.
Free fans 3 piece. Oh no, that's a really poor piece 2. Deku's gonna get quite a bad time here.
Yeah, Free Fans Piece 1, I think somebody told me recently that it actually has a really low success rate for getting a good set. So
Tommy
somebody
getting
saw
kind of rolled. So typically in this stage, there's so few piece ones that don't ping upon spawn that you just reset if you get them. Tommy does like to. He saw a free piece. I saw it too. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, I'm very stupid. He looked for it. Why was? I don't know. Whatever.
This is
Drum basher moment.
John Basher moment. Yeah, Tommy prefers to go and read the hint behind him. I'm not sure how many pieces are in his list of like, oh, these are acceptable if I read them here. But he consistently was getting in 3 metal barrels, and so he was resetting.
There's so many sub-30s
Ooh.
happening right now.
Deku again with entrance to the abyss. That's gonna let the others catch up.
Yeah, you know what? Dawn is going to be on the same split. Oh, no, actually,
No,
Tommy
Tommy-
is. What? How did Tommy? Because Tommy was behind Deku by 2 splits at some point during this aquatic mine.
Yeah, the last time we looked, it was like Deku, then Tommy, then Dawn, so it still stayed that way.
Oh, right. I was confused Tommy and Dawn then. But either way, they are, you know, Tommy is still pretty much on the same split. He has to finish this off now, though.
This is perfect.
Wow, okay.
Okay, that's the piece that I thought I saw.
Okay.
Dawn going out of bounds for dented ceiling. Or not. Oh no! Wow, okay, he got minecart jumping out. This is the worst piece, but he did have a free piece. He had a free piece 3, and so he didn't have to collect back out. Deku, no! The taps run dry!
You know what, though? If he's not getting good RNG, that's fine, because it just means we get to see more of that buffed spiral, which is sick, so... Keep him coming, Deku. Let's do this. The under the flame ground piece 3, not the best.
Piece 3, free piece for Tommy. He got back and forth on the tracks after getting a piece run in the attic. So he gets a piece 2 in here, but gets a really good time. A 17?
No way, dude.
He's
No
tied!
way.
No!
They've tied! No way! I don't believe it, Tommy. You're gonna have to show me evidence. I'm frame counting this run. I'm gonna go back into this run and count each individual frame on a 1024 sheet and make sure that you were supposed to get that set. I don't believe it. The catch-up is unreal.
That was
But Deku with the
free piece
free
for
piece.
Deku. Tommy getting rolled. Tommy just getting rolled. He got a free piece, no! Okay, never mind. There, retribution. Deku's gonna have the lead though.
What?
Oh! Okay, never mind.
To go to the triangles, who's gonna get this first? Surely it's Deku, right? Deku is way closer, but it's gonna be really tight, especially if Deku spends time trying to get this piece. It's actually Tommy coming out of the stage first.
Wow!
Wow!
Dawn getting rolled by near the blue flame as the other 2 races go into the final aquatic mine.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Alright, let's see the loading in times for both runners here. I'm really curious. So it looks like it's going to be 44:56.34 against a... Oh, wait, oh, yeah, Tommy already...
2 free pieces for Deku! In an oven!
Are you
Base
kidding me? What? What is this? Where are you going, Deku? Deku with a 13-19! What? That was after reset, right? Surely.
I don't know.
What is happening? And Tommy's not actually getting a bad set. Even to be fair, he's not gonna lose out on this. He's just not gonna get the insane set that Deku just...
Found him.
What?
And now we're in Deku's
Help.
stage. Deku's home. We're in Death Chamber. Death Chamber is the craziest hunting stage. It's the most unique, probably, out of the 9. Because the level is a maze. And, yeah, there's just so much. There's so much. And there's so many clips. You spend more at this stage out of bounds than in bounds. Deku taking a decision that I wouldn't take. He took a death strap from core. In the next 20. Mm-hmm.
It's closer.
I have just gotten word that was an X20 PB for Deku for Aquatic Mine.
X20
Honestly,
PB.
I'm
for
not
Deku.
surprised. Huge GG's. But hold on, let's put that thought on hold because right now we saw Tommy get the free piece, booty clipping out of bounds. He's gonna get Eggman's eye level. It's a really good deathless set. It's gonna be like a 30 easily, and Deku's out with a 40 as well. And huge GG's for the X20 PB. That's crazy. I
Well done,
can't even
Deku.
comprehend what's going on my screen right now.
That's crazy.
Let's go. Do we know what
That's
the time was?
ridiculous.
Did he say?
Well, it must be incredible. He has a really good time anyway. So it must be a 15 RTA.
Yeah, that's crazy. And yeah, they do call
ridiculous.
this the Deku Chamber for a reason. Deku has probably had the most hours in this stage out of any of the hunting stages, surely. So,
Mhm. So the main overarching play in Death Chamber is death strats, funnily enough. So there's a lot of piece 2s in Red Room. So whenever you respawn, there is one of 20 sets that you could get. There's always a list of 20 that you can get. It's just that the list differs depending on what your piece 1 was. And if you get, you know, the best piece 1 for this cause, okay, he gets Rescue Chow piece 2. That's excellent.
What is going on?
That's crazy.
Deku's RNG just hasn't stopped, I guess. That's literally the best piece 3 you can get on a respawn in Red Room. It's right in the corridor. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Let's see if you do know the time.
perfect.
All right, the time for Deku's Aquatic Mine X20 was a 14:10 loadless.
I thought you were gonna say RTA. My
Yeah.
heart actually just sank. Oh,
What's the
you have
load list?
no idea.
What was the RTA? What was the RTA?
You have
I
no
don't
idea.
know.
Okay, that's fine. We'll look at it later. That's crazy. So yeah, so as I was saying, out of the 20 pieces, the maximum amount of red pieces that can be in that list is 9, and so your best odds are a 45% chance that piece 2 is in Red Room, and so you can death strat pieces that are in blue, you can death strat pieces that are in core, and be taken back to there. And this is most often used for core, for blue. Sorry, for blue. For core, I would tell you to not use it. It depends on the person. Deku is a core death stratter, and honestly gets quite lucky with it often, but in that instance just then with his first split he did not get it.
I am also a core death strider, to be honest. But sometimes it depends, because if like I don't get a clean death on Big Marshmallow, I'll probably take it deathless. If I don't get like a
Oh,
good hit.
look at this sink. That's wow.
Wow.
Because they're tied as well, and like they've done 3 death chambers.
Perfect.
Oh, they are tied. No way. Wait, hold on. Let's see when they load in here. 48-41, 0.60 to 0.98. They're in the same second right now. Let's go.
It's a better piece 1 for Tommy. Well, right now Deku has EO1. The one really cool thing about Death Chamber is there are almost no ambiguous pieces. So there's 2 EO1s, there's 2 Golden Goddesses, 2 above the small flames, and that's it.
And a first try core death strat from Deku as well is a really good set it's shaping up to be. Tommy not even getting the death strat with the blue room pieces that have a higher chance of a respawn as well here. So, you know, Deku's really gonna need this box clip. He gets it really clean into Gorilla's Chase is a super good time from Deku. Meanwhile, both of our other owners are still dying to get that piece here, kind of getting owned.
Yeah, Tommy getting rolled. Obviously, like, it's a 45% chance at best. It depends on the piece 1. So the piece that he got was in blue hallway, so it was a 40% chance. And yeah, he was just not rolling it, unfortunately. The general
Same
rule
roll.
is if it's blue room, it's 45%. If it's blue hallway, it's 40, and then core is 35.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And Dawn's gonna go for the piece 3. That piece 3 is kind of awkward to grab because it moves around a lot, and its pattern's kind of unpredictable unless you've grabbed it a lot of times. But yeah, 33 is really good. Got a little bit rolled by the deaths though.
Deku loving these core death strats, and they're working now.
That's crazy.
He's consistently getting roasted keys with them as well.
Yeah.
Recently.
First try roasted keys from every that's not something you see very often at all. That's really lucky. So the luck from the Aquatic Mine just hasn't stopped yet. Surely this is Senti PB pace.
That would be brilliant. I mean, he did get rolled quite a bit in Pumpkin Hill, but he had an excellent Wild Canyon.
Yeah. And that Aquatic Mine as well, like, wow.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Dawn having a moment here collecting this piece, just wanting to not die. And now trying to die. Now he's collected it to go back. Green, you don't have very much odds. It does depend on the piece, but I think it's only like 20% to 25% for a red piece 2 after a green piece 1. It's really not very common. And so generally green death strats involve running to where Dawn is right now. And at that point then weighing up whether you should die or not. So it's really not something you should take. Generally green pieces will be reset by people.
Oh no. Iron protects the safe as well. Doing a piece 3 death strat, connect the dots. Yeah, Dawn is actually getting really unfortunate RNG ever since like halfway through Aquatic Mine, I would say.
Ooh,
Where's
3 piece.
the
Where's the
keys?
keys?
What was this piece 1? I didn't see it.
I have no idea.
It's close. It's really close. Is this pattern shorts? It's not, right? There's no. This is pattern shorts versus keys. Drum.
Oh, Wandering Ghost! Wandering Ghost!
Wandering
Let's
Ghost!
go!
Oh, Tommy!
This is one of the best sets you can get.
And Tommy's back. Tommy's back into it.
He's ahead again.
He's in the lead. Wow. A 26 deathless from Tommy, and Deku getting completely owned right now. He's in 104, 105 to get his piece, and I'm not even sure if there's a death stride involved in that, but that is a huge swing for Tommy.
Wow.
You gotta wonder who's even confident at this point anymore, because obviously Deku was on really good pace, but does he still think he's ahead after, you know, that death chamber, what happens?
Well, obviously this is a relay race, so this is just the first leg. Deku and Tommy are going to be just trying to do the best they can do. Dawn getting a great piece 3 here, merry-go-round. Unfortunately, is a bit behind the other two. Dawn's teammates, who are actually me and Alpha Dolphin, hopefully will be able to bring it back. Dawn is doing really well. He's probably only he's no further than 2 minutes behind. He just at the time when Deku and Tommy were just rolling in it, Dawn was just seeing near the blue flame.
Perfect.
Yellow and black stripes. Dawn is going to take this. I only recently started taking this.
Yeah, it's very contentious for whether people would take red-green hallway pieces. I personally would take them because then there's a clip you can do in this room, which Dawn is surely going to do right now. Okay, or not.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even. I'm so bad at the torch clip, corner light clip. I don't know why. I clip out of bounds and I always clip back in bounds.
Yeah, so what Dawn is doing isn't too. What is he doing?
Wait, Dawn!
You're joking.
Wait, this is the strat. These are the struts that I did in the X20 world record. Yeah. Did we dub this? Did anyone give a name to this? So if you get a piece 2 in blue room and you're coming from like a burning mat area, you can just go straight to blue secret, and you have a really high odds of getting a piece there.
Oh my goodness. Okay, never mind. I'm slow.
Yeah, I didn't actually do any science on this. I had a field day once where I was doing X20 attempts for Death Chamber. This was when I got world record, and I kind of just noticed that all of my piece 2 to piece 3 combos were like both in blue if I had a piece 1 near Burning Mad or like above the what was it called, black and yellow stripes. So I just booty clipped a blue secret and it worked all the time. I got it like 4 times in world record. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool strat. You know, in hindsight, it's quite obvious, really. It's so slow to get there. Why don't we just take the portal in the secret room? Because you also are then able to see the one piece in the red secret room with this. Even though you wouldn't really want to see this, you would then get it and then leave.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Tommy traveling, flowing between the flames, Storm not getting great death strats, but Deku looking at a green pink piece one, you'd love to see it.
Okay, so getting this piece. Choosing to not read a hint. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Choosing to not read a hint and just radar read which the piece was. Getting Triangle Flame, and so Dawn. Wow, that was fast. So Deku not subscribing to the Dawn SR school of thought and going straight to blue. This is the clip that we thought. You then race through the water because water goes infinitely low. So let's see if the piece was in blue secret.
I've never tried it with
okay.
with the one that pings green, so actually I'm not sure what the chances are on that.
Yeah, that might be a bit too close in some kind of calculation. And wow, that's a 39. Really good.
It's close.
Let's go.
If you're averaging like a 40-second time, then that's like outrageous. 40 seconds is incredible. Okay, Tommy taking a death there to walk back. So I'm not sure what his P3 was, but that's a very weird... Ew. Oh, I thought he was on his P3, never mind.
He's dying on Fire Dance piece 1. He got huge bug piece 2, so he took the death.
Come on with the skull, let's go!
Oh, nice! Actually only has
yeah, this is a
steps,
piece. Yeah, you pretty much only ever see this piece if you have Fire Dance. So it's cool to be able to see it. Oh, Flat Eggman! Oh, if he had been able to like keep some red boxes there, he could have gone for it. Oh. Okay, so this piece, it's one of those rare dig pieces where it's actually not got the dig flag, so you can go out of bounds and just grab it. Interestingly, he didn't choose to do that in any of the 2 opportunities. But it didn't lose much time. Maybe he just rathers it this way.
Yeah. I love Scramble for the skull. Such a rare piece.
Under the right, this one is also there's in Death Room there's quite a few. Typically under weights where it's a dig piece that isn't really a dig piece. But Deku at this point has no opportunity to go out of bounds.
Yeah, Flat Scorpion too, right? It's crazy.
Yep. And then 3 tails, and then also there's 2-piece ones which you can't possibly grab them out of bounds.
Do you think the devs thought it was too hard on the cycle if it wasn't a fake dig piece? Like if you spent time digging it?
Probably, yeah. I would wager, yeah. They did that.
Beat shoes. The
Interesting.
manip Tommy. No, that's not an actual manip. Scramble for the skull for Dawn as well? Are you kidding me?
Cool.
This is such a rare piece.
Apart from the Scorpion for Deku, even though he got above the small flame and is choosing to not... Okay, yeah, no, of course you wouldn't blue water clip to this one, so he's got his brain turned on.
Wait, what? It's pinging immediately for Dawn. Is this
What?
Google Maps? The
No,
go
it's...
left, right,
yeah,
go
wind power. What a weird set.
That's... I can't even tell if that's good or not. I honestly don't know, because going all the way back is kind of not as fast as it would seem.
Yeah, for something that, you know, you explore so little of the map before, that's still not a very good time. Deku with a good, decent set. Tommy with a horrible result screen time of 111. And so they're tied pretty much. Deku and Tommy are in the result screen of Death Chamber 12, so there's about a 5 to 10 second lead for Tommy.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of who's ahead when there's so much happening on the screen at once. Like, you look at one runner's screen and then they get, like, scrambled for the skull, and the next thing you know, Dawn SR gets the 3-piece in core here, Eggman's eye level. And,
Crazy.
wow.
Yeah, there's so much you can do in Death Chamber to improve your average time, but that doesn't change the fact that you can just lose or save 40 seconds in one split.
Again with the first try core death strat, I believe, on Deku. You gotta stop doing that.
It's
Dude.
true. I thought when the first one happened that we'd be able to talk about how you shouldn't core death strat, but I just have to keep it to myself.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the odds are looking pretty tasty right now, Draw. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, maybe it's like an Italian patch or something.
True.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Actually, did Deku just
Wow, a
save
30?
seconds to Tommy, or?
They got a 35-second result screen, that's crazy. There was a death strat though, of course, so it doesn't really take it because, you know, when you die, you respawn and the timer says what it was at the time you collected the previous piece. So, you know, you can get a 7-second time, and it's like, yeah, you didn't really.
Tommy dying for bugs on patrol, piece 3 here, actually trying to re-roll into a funnier piece 1. You can actually get a green ping piece 1 after bugs on patrol. You've seen Dawn get this before on one of the marathons. It's ridiculous, to be honest. Go.
Okay.
Wow,
Yeah,
yeah,
just thinking ahead to the Rouge race, because obviously both of us are in the Rouge race. We might have to leave at the end of Meteor Herd or something just to
right.
make sure there isn't, because obviously we started 13 minutes late. So maybe for the last like 10 Meteor Herds we'll dip, see if anyone,
Yeah,
see if
this
C
is
Yeah.
itself comes out or something.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, that's true. Dawn does get Rescue Child, by the way, I'm not sure if you caught that. Pretty gaming.
All 3 games are like right at the same point. Like Dawn is 2 splits behind, so that's we'll call that like 2.5 minutes behind. No, Tommy! Oh, that's very unlucky. So he gets red box flip, which is excellent. That's perhaps like a 3-frame trick. But then managed to fall out of bounds. That's so precise.
It's hard to do that unless you specifically try and tilt the analog stick, like flick it around and break out that way.
Deku, we're watching you. Core Deather. He doesn't get it. We love to see it. Okay,
Meanwhile,
okay, okay.
Double blue, he can die and re-roll a piece 3, and hopefully, I don't know if you can get bugs. I don't think you can, but you can get something really close by.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I definitely would recommend to people that are about to death strat a blue in blue room after collecting the piece 1 to just read the hint if it's right next to them, see if their piece 2 is in blue secret, because it totally can be. And there's 2 pieces in there, isn't there?
Yeah, I always do this. There's 3 pieces in there, right? Because there's
Yeah.
Oh, for piece 2. No, there's only
Piece
1
2.
piece in that for piece 2.
Oh yeah, treasure chest. Yeah, so it's just a 5% chance. You'll get it every now and then, and it's really cool.
Yeah, this is perfect.
All the runners in the results screen too. Let's go.
Yeah, they're all doing the stages at the same pace. Bugs up a patrol for Dawn, a death strat immediately. Now let's get roasted keys.
Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Yo!
Could you imagine? That door with the Death Straight Roasted Keys! That's unbelievable! That's unbelievable! And he's gonna go straight for the red box clip. Can we get the red box clip into Sniper? Gets the red box clip into Sniper right now. It's gonna be a sub 20 set, maybe? Maybe not. It's so close.
Dawn, that was incredible.
You've got to be kidding me. There's not a better scenario. But meanwhile, Deku coming out with a 25 on the results screen as well. Let's not overlook that. But what just happened? Am I even in the room right now? What planet am I on? That's probably the craziest thing that you can do in this stage. Dying bugs on patrol and re-roll into roasted keys. If the piece one was slightly more optimal as well, that could have been insane.
Yeah, maybe like a core piece or something. Sniper's still really good, especially when you hit the red box clip. Just more is asked of you.
Dude, imagine padded shorts.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous. Thank you guys. Dawn's still getting a pretty decent time. Oh, sorry, set here. Piece 3 running back. There's no hints in this section. There's only one hint in the entirety of red blue, and it's on the far side. So the players to come back. Because in red and core, those are the two places that you can then go anywhere. If you're in blue or green, or are you in red blue, red green, you can't really do too much. Like if you want to get to the other side of the map, it's going to take a long time. Red and core are the only places where you really have the freedom.
Nice
That's
result.
brilliant. Sick, yeah.
Wow.
You love to see this.
Tommy with a really good set though. Did
Oh
he
my
just
god,
get
2 free pieces?
Are you kidding me? Into a 30, let's go.
Oh, okay. Oh, was this... was it... I don't know, I wasn't watching. Perhaps it was like Roasted Keys and then Angel's Ring.
Yeah, this is perfect.
It must have been, yeah, it was something like that. I can't imagine it being anything but Roasted Keys, because he didn't do the booty clip and there's only one exposed free piece in red if you do that.
Deku making his way to red. Secret. So yeah, these rooms over here that you can see that are just miles away, those are secret rooms. Those are just accessed by portals, and so, you know, they're not actually like, you know, in a completely different world. They're just far away in the map, and you can glide there straight from red booty clip. And okay, 2 folks who gather in 2 trees, kind of a rare piece.
Funny piece.
Yeah.
It's quite, you don't really see it that much because a lot of people death strat just to get piece 2s in red, which means you'll never see this. Especially in hero runs, because in hero runs, you know, most of the time you will want to try and death strat for a piece in red.
Tommy death stranding a piece 3 while in core. That's a bit weird. Under the red light, that's a bit better. So we'll see something here. We'll see him try to get the piece from out of bounds. So this can be a little tough because the camera doesn't always do what you want. For example, right now. But he should be able to get this. Yep, he's fine. Good work. Whoa, okay, Booty. Booty. He got Deku Beauty in the Beast 3-piece.
They summoned the Dawn on the very first split, I believe, but this is the exact same set actually, is it not? Is he not going to get Angel's Ring from this? Or something close in core? Oh no, it's not.
Oh, okay,
no.
so he might be yeah, monitor clipping here, going all the way around to go to... oh, he's going this way. That's interesting.
Yeah, Deku actually recently found it this way as well. Yeah. I was really shocked that nobody actually went this way before.
He was so stupid.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, one thing that, like, is kind of noticeable, whenever, like, a new, like, hunter enters the scene, they just point out a bunch of things that we just didn't realise. It's funny. Because Deku only picked up this game, like, Christmas Day 2020. He's already completely cracked and just does stuff like this.
It's over.
He's found a
Dawn
lot
getting
of
3 tails
like
on
this
bound.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
This is a really good set.
It's closer.
Deku opting not to do any clips to get Sniper, just gonna run straight through the core, probably checking a free piece as well on the way.
Just some death stratting for Deku. Oh, okay, he had a ping right there. That means his piece was corner light.
Perfect.
And it's not paying off for him either at the moment.
I wonder what piece his piece 1 was.
Yeah, it was Sniper, I believe.
Oh, so that's a 40%.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can. Oh, okay. He's unsure which piece this is. It looks to be treasure chest. There we go. On good piece 3. Tommy doing some death tries of his own now. First try.
Let's go.
It's closer. One more left.
Yeah, Deku is still in the lead by a little bit, actually, but
It's not too much. It'll only be by about 15 seconds or so, maybe
Yeah,
20.
This is perfect.
Oh, Tommy got it again.
Actually-
This is so ridiculous.
actually no, that's faster.
Wait.
If you can glide all the way, you just barely missed it. But if you can glide all the way to blue, it's kind of tight with glide resets, but it saves a little bit. You don't have to jump out the boxes.
Love these results screen syncs.
Let's go.
Yeah, Dawn's still 2 splits behind, and with Detriment being so long, that's about 220. Pinging for Dawn. There's 3 pieces that ping from spawn. Black and white stripes, black and yellow rather, is the worst of the 3, but it's it's still fine. Angry guy piece 2, that's pretty good from here. We'll see what the piece 3 is. So just as a mirror of what he just did, he's going to run into here and then go straight back. Or at least I assume he is. Yeah, okay. Because there's a very good chance this piece is like in core. Scorpion used to be. Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird. So that's red secret.
That is right there. It's not a bad set at all. It's just strange.
Okay. And so Deku is now finished. He is now going. Oh, well, that was a cool visual from Dawn.
This is
Cool camera angle.
perfect.
Yeah, Deku going to Meaty Hood. Unfortunately, we do save the worst until last. This is the most boring stage of the 5.
Yeah.
Cryptic does have a lot to say about it, though.
Oh, yeah, so I have so much to say about this stage. Essentially, you'll see pretty much... What was that camera angle from Tommy, by the way, grabbing that piece? No one near seeing what the piece was. He just grabbed it completely blind, which is cool. But, yeah, Meteor Hood is one of those stages that's just more like... If you know sets, and if you know certain things or certain patterns about pieces, like...
Ooh,
wow, that's a really good set.
a
That's
28.
a 28.
Are you kidding me?
No way.
I wonder if we are actually looking at a Senti PV.
We might be. Do we know what Deku's loadless PV is, by any chance?
I can try and find it.
Alright, I'll explain the premise of cryptic checks while you do that then, because we might be seeing some of those. Deku will definitely go for the more advanced Deku checks, which is basically just cryptic checks with extra science applied to it. And the essentials of it is, if you have a piece 1 that's in the middle of the stage, like on all these platforms around here, but it's also on the left side of the stage from when you get off the rocket, like, for example, let's take in the floating containers. If you have a piece sort of along that side, and your piece 2 is on the bottom of the stage, like what the piece that Deku's getting right now, Star Between 3 Arches, it's on the bottom of the stage, you can actually glide across and check all the pieces. Are you kidding me, dude? Going straight into another Star Between 3 Arches, Center of the Square Shadow combo? Are you kidding me? Deku, this is unbelievable right now. But yeah, essentially, what I was saying is if you get a piece 1 on that side of the middle of the stage and a piece 2 right on the bottom of the stage, you can check for piece 3s on the opposite side of the middle of the stage. And I probably didn't explain that very well, but if it does happen during this run, I'll touch on it a little bit more. It can happen with this piece 1 that Deku's getting right now, so we'll see. Although, Deku did a lot of science in these checks, and he figured out that this is a 50% chance if you got a bottom piece, so it would be unlikely to see people go for it, depending on how risky they wanted to play.
So I can tell this retimed Deku's Centurion to be a 126.42.
Oh, let's go. He's on decent pace then, actually. He's on like
Yeah, he
really
is.
decent pace. Wow, let's go, Deku. This is like a really crazy Senti pace, actually. I only just clocked that.
Yeah.
So,
Deku is 3rd place in Centurion, I believe. So he can't really overtake anyone. The next person up the road is Tommy, who's got a 3 minutes faster time. But he can, bridge the gap a little.
yeah, this might be is it too early to say that this might be really high 133 pace in terms of RTA?
Potentially. So we started at like just a few seconds before 4:30 in UK time. So we are
Right.
about 1 minute, well, so 1 hour 16:30 on the RTA timer right now.
Okay, and he's in Meteor Hood 4, which means he has 16 more to go. It's hard to calculate, I'm not that good at maths, but You know, fingers crossed that Deku gets a chunky PB during this race.
Hmm. Yeah, he's for sure on PB pace. He's got 0 rings right now, which is a little bit sus because as in Meteor the you can just get hit by meteors raining from the sky just a moment's notice.
Yeah, Dawn with the moving smoothly from base piece 2 as well. You hate to see it, but it's only going to lose 2 seconds from the set that Deku just got, so... You'll definitely give Tommy a chance to catch up, actually. Tommy getting a much better looking set. Cajun
Container.
Wow, let's go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Gonna be looking at a 40-second time. Can you do a buffered spiral here as well?
Close enough to 1.
Yeah, that wasn't too much of an example, but you can.
Not the best piece 1 for Deku,
Ooh.
getting piece 2 true.
Oh, okay, so Deku getting top of the steel drilling tower and not pausing. Okay.
Oh, actually, you've got a good point, yeah.
Yeah, so this is another piece where it can be in 2 locations, except it is slightly different, and it's different in the most ridiculous way. One of them has a space at the end, and so is slightly off-centered. And so if you can like pause and line like the letters up to the pause menu, then you can figure out which one you have.
Yeah, remember we were touching earlier on how they didn't translate the hints very well? Well, let's just say even in the base English hints, they weren't very good at scripting it.
Yeah, and I'm sure in Japanese they were pretty good.
Oh, true, yeah, I forget that the English one's actually translation too, which is why Mad Space in particular is so messed up. It's super funny. Wait, elevator. Dawn is going to opt to reset that. That's a thing that you see people doing kind of recently. I advise this. Also, even water drops is something that not a lot of people like to take. We looked at the sets for in front of a weight elevator and found out that honestly, it's just not a good...
Deku going to the wrong steel drilling tower after not pausing. I see this is a new work in progress technique he's doing.
Yeah,
I'm not sure now is the right time to do it. You're on PB pace, dude.
We were just applauding him for that. He gets moving smoothly as well. That's going to push him back even more. Hang on, actually, because Tommy isn't that far off now.
You're right, he hasn't.
Deku with not a good set, honestly, and he's only 1 piece behind Tommy is. So he's definitely caught up a lot of ground, and if Deku gets another set like that, it could be game over.
Yeah, obviously who wins the specific Nook Centurion doesn't really matter because it's a relay race, but they're definitely just fighting their best for their teams.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, Dawn, what is this set? This is already 1 minute, and he's not even close to the P3.
This is insane for Dawn.
That's tragic.
This can't get much worse.
Drum, what are you thinking right now going into Rouge Senti being 4 splits in the disadvantage?
Oh, that's true, that's my team. I'm thinking about how I maybe should have practiced.
Yeah, well, actually, no, I would say that you are really, really good at Rouge, and people underestimate you a lot, so I'm kind of scared, considering I've done absolutely no practice as well.
Yeah, I just need to make sure my hands aren't super cold, because when that happens, I fail the Dry Lagoon 3-piece checks. So as soon as they're warm enough for those, I'll be good.
Shocker Rocket from Dawn. Yeah. Even water, that can't be a badge set, surely, right? The mid piece too. No matter what piece 3 you get from it, you're close enough to it.
Yeah, for sure. Base piece 2 for Deku, getting a switch in a cage. It's kind of cool taking these base piece ones. What is he doing?
He was cage in a container. He actually missed the hint, so he went to get the hint on top of that container and then got the ping for cage in a container and figured it out that way.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's cool seeing base piece ones because you get piece 2s that you don't normally see that aren't like necessarily rare. It's just that we don't really see them. Just because of like a lot of people not taking base piece ones. So it's just refreshing to see them.
Powerless from a base as well for Tommy. So actually, where's Tommy gonna be? Where's Tommy?
Wow,
no.
that's so close. That's so close. Dude,
Oh,
so this isn't the
no.
first time. During the Hero Story tournament, we did have a Centurion race between Deku and Tommy, and it was wonderful. It was so good.
True, I remember that.
They were completely tied going into the last 4 splits, and then Tommy got like giga lucky in like 2 of those last 4 splits
You
in
know,
order to win it.
I hate to call it, but they do say history repeats itself.
Yeah.
Yo, is that Mr. Tepsi? Are you gonna take over the last few splits of Meteor Head so we can go practice? Or set up, I mean?
Taking over the last few splits of Meteor Head, so you guys can go and practice. Are you both on Rouge?
Set up.
Yes,
yeah,
we'll
not
go through
practice.
moves, yeah.
It's closer.
Alright, let's go. I guess I'm just chilling here then. So.
When are we gonna leave you? Should we do it at split 10? Because then it's halfway.
Yeah, sure.
Free top out whenever. I'm chilling.
Let's
Deku
go.
getting a double bottom. Love to see that. Wow, but Tommy got a 28. Hang on.
Tommy's in the lead? Tommy's in the lead! No
Where
way!
did I come from?
That just came out of nowhere. Out the left field, Tommy with a 28 and Deku with a 40, and now suddenly there's a 12-second difference in that set. And it's pushed Tommy all the way into the lead. Hot mode lower below after a reset, but Deku's not even in the stage yet.
It's closer. More left.
This is huge. That's not even a short lead as well. This is huge.
Looking like it's going to be
Next
a
row
pretty
rocket.
tight climax.
Brilliant piece too
You know
here.
what? If we could see 3 tanks for this easily, if that happens, then there's no coming back, surely. It didn't happen, but...
It's closer.
It's
no
just
way.
weird from this piece too, because then the nearest piece, most of the nearest hint is over here. Oh,
Wow.
that's good.
Hello.
It's closer.
Wow.
I found him.
And you could argue that Deku's been really lucky.
Deku!
Oh,
They've both been lucky. They're both getting such good times. Like, I promise, Dawn isn't like
Yeah, this is perfect.
this isn't going super badly for Dawn. It's going so well for Deku and Tommy.
yeah, Dawn is like really, really good at hunting, so that just that just goes to show how insane the RNG of these other runners have gone, because Dawn is not bad at all. Dawn is definitely
No.
not, 4 splits worse than the other runners at all. It's just kind of how this race has gone for them.
Yeah,
Usually it's about
an entire
14-second
4
lead.
minutes.
It's closer.
It's crazy. I almost don't want to leave you. I really want to watch the rest of this, but I guess we should probably go get set up now.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, good luck,
Good luck,
gamers.
Tethys.
You guys.
Hold it down.
I'll hold the fort. I'll try and make it exciting. See you guys soon.
This is very exciting, and with that,
Get
peace
outta
out,
here.
guys.
Get
Can't
outta
wait for
here.
the race.
See ya. You're still here? He's gone. Alright, so here we go. Coming into the last 9 or 10 splits for Deku and Tommy now. Dawn is in that 3rd place position right now, but again, as the guys were just saying, not through any fault of his own. It's been a pretty crazy end to this race. And Tommy coming out of there with a 52, so maybe Deku will be looking at that as an opportunity to close the gap somewhat. Making his way towards jump from the start. It's going to be mega tight. About 2 seconds saved there from Deku on Tommy. Just trying to get closer and closer with each passing split. Dawn with a 55, so a pretty rough series of sets all around there for each runner. Meanwhile now, Tommy loading in. He's up on his way up to the rocket. See both our other contestants going through now. Deku's over there. Dawn coming in. What we got? We've got container within a container, and between the rotating beacons, the last thing Deku needed at this stage of the race. That's going to put him a little bit further back now. Fast rotating meteorite, piece 1. He's going to take this instead. Guns machine, so up top for Tommy. And Dawn's making his way over to container within a container. So, here we go. We'll see now just how damaging is this going to turn out to be for Deku. He's having trouble getting this. Meanwhile, Tommy's over on his way to this piece 2. And this could be a big moment. This could maybe be Tommy stretching himself towards that finish line of the Knuckles Centurion section of this. So here we go. Tommy's on his way down. But Deku is looking pretty good. What's he got? Oh, no, never mind. Spoke too soon. Up towards the top of the arc. And, well, if it was a lower piece 3, maybe, just maybe. But right now, it's looking pretty good for Tommy Easy. And it's looking pretty anguish for Deku as he's going to make his way all the way up to the top here. And back down. But here we go. Tommy, what now? Floating containers, piece 1 for Tommy Easy. Up on his way up. Grabbing that rocket. No sign of any moving smoothly, or whatever the piece is called. What is the piece? I can't quite remember off the top of my head. Don't worry about it. Let's see now. So, into the first stage. That's down below. If I'm not wrong, that is sort of a nice little combination. Could have seen a potential series of cryptic checks there, maybe. I'm not sure. But who am I to say? There we go! That's who I am to say. Stolen Cryptic's #1 fan. Telling you all about him. Tommy Easy's going to have to make his way up back now. Meanwhile, Deku is all the way up to the top of the arc. But I tell you what, cryptic checks are good, but Tommy's not exactly done badly with this, getting a 42, despite having to go middle, top, middle, bottom, middle. Not too badly at all. Let's check in on how everybody else is doing. So Tommy loading into Meteor Herd 13 now. Meanwhile, Deku's coming down to the steel drilling tower now. What's his piece 3 going to be? Don't be a top. Okay, it's middle, so not quite as bad as it could have been. But I think similar sets there. I actually didn't see what Deku's piece 1 was. Dawn now coming into Meteor Herd 10. He's looking to hopefully keep himself in there, not get too far left behind. He's done alright for himself, not bad at all. As Deku comes away with a 52 there. What are we getting here, Tommy? Let's see what we're moving with. Up through the rocket. It's constant action. I'm loving this freeway race format. It really does give you something to just divert your attention to at every single second. Big door that never opens, so he's going down straight to the bottom. Let's see now. Is he going to ride this luck? What's he going to get? 23 seconds on the timer. In to jump from the star. Again, we're seeing this piece a fair few times here. Meanwhile, Deku's taking on something strong piece 1. Dawn's on his way over. Dawn is performing the cryptic checks here now. Goes for that between 2 beacons. Jump from the stars. Coming right up. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, and this is going to be number 3. It is! There we go! Number 3 for the way to Dawn. Or Dawn SR, I should say nowadays. Coming in clutch, getting those cryptic checks, paying off. Looking all good for him right now. But Tommy, with only 6 splits remaining here until he's into the second, into the finish line here, he's going to be feeling pretty good about himself. But Deku with a 31 there. Feels like I should have paid a bit more close attention to that. Dawn loading in now. We've got, not going to see that just yet, in the floating containers for Deku. Tommy's on his way up. Triangle Star Piece 1. A piece which a lot of runners do not take. But Dawn is on his way around now. Let's see if it works out for him. We got under a star, so Tommy's up to the top. Between 3 archers, are we going to see some checks here from Deku? He's going about it. He's checking. He's seeing. Nothing's coming out for him just yet, though. Goes for the dig piece. Gets that as well. And down he goes now. Cage in a container for Dawn. Tommy's coming away with a 31 second time. Great stuff from him. Just showing no signs of slowing down now. At all, whatsoever. 34 for Dawn as well. My word. Here we go, Tommy. In front of the shortcut rocket. It couldn't be, could it? It couldn't be. What do we got? Left side. No pings. I actually don't know if it's left or right side in the IL set. I'm not the man. I'm not the most qualified commentator for hunting, but damn it, I'll try. Anyway, here we go. Small meteorite. Still a strong start to the set for Tommy. Let's see what the piece 3 is going to be to finish it all off. Coming on over now. It is going to be try digging while watching the stars, so not far away at all. That's going to be a really, really nice set. Take that all day, every day. Good stuff from Tommy there. Meanwhile, Deku here getting his second piece. Cage in a container, so down goes Dawn to try and finish up this 12th meteor herd. And setting up a square shadow, so not bad either for Deku at the moment. Off we go. You gotta think that at this stage of the race, with 4 splits to go for Tommy and Deku, it is gonna take something monumental, either disastrous RNG or an insane string of luck from Deku to close this gap. By my count, it's around about 122.2 or 122.8 that Tommy was entering, so it's at least a 20 to 30 second lead that Tommy has over Deku at the moment. And being so close towards the finish line now, it is not looking like Tommy is about to let this lead slip. But hey, stranger things have happened. So here we go. Down goes Tommy to try digging while watching the stars. Just getting consistently decent to great times here as Tommy. First stage, down goes Deku. This is going to save a little bit of time here. 41 versus 31, so Deku just creeping up. We have 1, 2, 3 splits left between these 2 runners here. Let's see what the gap is at the moment. 123.02 going into Meteor Herd 18 for Tommy. Versus what for Deku? We've got... That is about a 15-second lead for Tommy over Deku at the moment. What are we going to see happen here? As Tommy already has his piece on top of the steel drilling tower, straight back down. Deku's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get this here. We'll see what happens. What is the piece free? If it's a top piece free, maybe luck is shining on Deku here. I actually didn't see the hint. I'm assuming Tommy already picked it up. But here we go. Down we go for Deku. Let's see how this rolls. Oh, no, he didn't. It's circular rotating beacon. So there we go. It's a 40. And it's powerless by itself, so Deku has to make his way over here at breakneck speed. It is another slight split victory. Oh, no! I spoke too soon! Deku does get the piece, but he's actually just missed out there again. About a second given to Tommy. So 2 splits to go. Tommy still has the lead here. Let's see how this goes. It's about a 15, 16 second lead still. Rotating beacon above a blue moon. Tommy will take that all day. Up on his way now. Let's see how it goes. What have we got? Meanwhile, Dawn. Let's just keep an eye on him, of course. Coming up here. Digging while watching moon. Drilling tower for Deku. Coming on over and getting it. Nice little slope boost there. Grab the piece. Come on, Deku. You've got it. Tommy's up on his way to the top. 2 against 1 piece. That's not a bad piece at all. In fact, something inside my very novice brain is telling me that there's some good sets with this, but I may be wrong. Either way, Deku coming over, Tommy rather, coming over 32 into the final split, and that could be curtains, because Deku, at this point, is just giving more time to Tommy the longer he stays in the split. Not his fault at all. That's an insane time from Tommy. And Deku coming away with a 40 as well, but it's close enough to a 20 to 25 second lead for Tommy at this moment. It would have to take nothing short of a miracle at this point. But that's just the first part of the race, remember everybody? We still got 2 more Centurions to go, but let's see. Tommy with a top piece 1 to finish it off. What do we see in here? Well, that would explain it. Top piece 1 because of the 50-50. I thought Tommy was just going for the swag. But here we go. Let's see if this works out. Tommy gets his 2 against 1 piece. And what do we got now? What could it be? Next to a mini steel beam. So coming down, and you've got to think that that is game. Tommy Easy takes the first Centurion with 125, I believe that was on the clock. I didn't see exactly what the time was, a low 125. And Deku SR bringing up the rear with 125.43. So not that bad at all, or rather in second place at the moment. So not too far behind. I'm imagining we're going to have those times put on our screens pretty quickly. But looks like we're switching over to our Rouge runners already. Getting on those guys nice and quickly. Not sure who this is. I don't actually know who's on Team Tommy at the moment. Let me quickly pull up our lists and see who we're looking at right now. So teams, the Rouge players are going to be Stolen Cryptic, Ifmar, and Drumbasher. I believe I'm right in saying... I believe I'm right in saying Tommy... no, I got nothing. Let me find it. It's somewhere here. Tommy and Ifmar on the same team. Cryptic and Deku on the same team. And then we've got Drumbasher and Dawn on the same team. So, here we go. Cryptic is in our top left. I recognize that orange color. Tommy going to be having his place taken by Ifmar now in the bottom screen, and then Drum will be on our right screen as soon as Dawn finishes up with these last few splits here. I mean, what a way to finish the race, though. Deku really didn't let himself get left behind by Tommy at all. But let's keep an eye on Dawn here, just see how he can finish this out. Got himself a nice enough piece 2 here, surrounded by spinning containers. So 2 top, piece 2 top into piece 2, bleh, I can speak. Top piece 2 into top piece 3 combination. Nice little set there, love to see it. And so here we go. Coming into the final 3 splits now is Dawn. See how well he can ride this out. And just carry things into the Rouge Centurion section. Again, has to be stressed, Dawn has not done badly here at all. It's just been it was a pure RNG and execution masterclass from both Deku and Tommy. Let's see how Dawn's doing here. Got himself a nice piece 1. Start between 3 arches. He's going to go straight down and grab this. Let's see. What are we going to get here? Jump from the star. Nasty stuff. You hate to see it. Middle, bottom, middle is always an interesting combination. Definitely a test to see how quickly you can get back up here, Dawn. Let's see. Up on his way now. Coming on down, gets the green ping, which means it'll be the second one in these little chain of threes, the highest meteor of the bunch. And only 2 splits left to go. Dawn looking like he's going to be on some pretty decent pace here. Loading on in now. So what do we got here? Huge shutter on Steel Tower. An interesting piece because you can make use of hint storage here, which is what you might well see Dawn here do. In fact, no, he won't. But something to mention is that basically hint storage, if it hasn't been said by commentators before me, you'll basically get the hint while it's still recharging. And then as you ride this rocket up, you'll basically automatically grab a hint on the way. But here we go. So Dawn comes and forget to put it in a container. And what are we off to now? Surrounded by spinning containers, back up to the top. Up we go. Coming up and around this top section of the arc. And Dawn's on his final split. Let's see if he can clutch this out.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Kind of RNG are we going to have here? Let's see what we're rolling with. Next to the rocket pointing at the arc. That's always an interesting piece. See a few runners opt to chain this straight from getting the piece into taking the rocket. Let's see what Dawn will do here.
It's closer. 2 more left.
Grabs the piece. Gonna come and get his hint here on top of the containers. What's it gonna be? Twin stars down below. So correct decision making from here. Is he gonna do any checks? No, he's not. Straight down. Looks like he may have actually just tried to see if he could spot anything there while he was zooming around. And between 2 rotating beacons. So unfortunate for Dawn. We've seen a lot of... I've seen a lot of middle, bottom, middle in my time that I've been commentating this race already. It hasn't been the kindest meteor herd in some of these instances for all 3 of the runners. But here we go. Dawn clutching it out now. Just needs to get this last piece. Nearly there. Having some trouble with the spring.